welcome to my channel, Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble, here to give you your weekly reading. I have shuffled the cards and meditated off camera. And now let's see what the cards have for you for July the 17th through July the 23rd. I really want to thank everyone for liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing. And also it was really wonderful doing all the readings for you guys last week around the world. It was exciting. So thank you for purchasing those readings. And without further ado, let's go to the cards. Shall we? Oh, yes, okay. I've got so many, I barely have enough room for the cards. I've got so many wonderful crystals out here. I think I'll put a photograph of this beautiful spread after the reading, edit it into the reading. Okay, what do we have for lovely, sensitive Scorpios for July? Oh dear, that's coming out right there. For the, oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to get my glasses. What did I do with my glasses? All of a sudden I realized that I can't see. Typical. Okay, I have to figure out where my glasses are. One more card for Scorpio. One more card for Scorpio for next week. Oh, this coming week. July the 17th through July the 23rd. They were flying out before. Here we are. There's one. Okay, lovely. Okay, Scorpio, give me a second while I go and get my glasses. Magic, I'm back with my glasses. So, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you this week. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so the first card, there's definitely crossover here, Scorpio. The first card we have up here is the Seven of Earth. Now, I always say that sevens are kind of introspective and it's spiritual growth, and it means going inside, meditating, quietening the mind. When we pull this card, however, it's saying, listen, things have been really kind of chaotic and really busy. And this week there'll probably be a pause in action. There may be something that you're thinking, wow, why haven't I heard back from them? Why isn't this taking off? Why isn't, I've done all this work and why isn't it paying off, And so you're a little, when this comes up, you can be a little fearful. This can be cause for you to be a bit fearful when you notice that there's a little pause in action. Maybe you don't hear back from a client fast enough, or whatever it is. When we pull this card, it's saying, listen, don't worry. You have laid all this groundwork, you've done all this work, you've done all this work, you've planted all these seeds, and now, when the seeds have been planted, there's usually a little pause between them being planted and when they sprout. So believe me, underground, they're sprouting, they're coming to life. Things are happening beneath the surface that you can't see. So when we get this card, it's saying, listen, relax, don't worry. I want to sing that song. I'm terrible. Every time I say something, I want to burst into a song. Relax, don't worry, let your body get... Anyway, stop it, Mary. Okay, so when we pull this card, we're saying, it's telling us to relax. Listen, look at all the work you've done. Rejoice in what you've done and really pat yourself on the back and let it go. Because we have to, this is a card that We do the work and we let go of the results. It's going to come back to us. We just have to let go. We can't control the outcome, right? We can't. So this card is telling us, you know, it's okay to just, you know, chill for a minute and don't worry. Things are going to pick up and it's going to get busy again. Don't worry. On the base, oh, let me see what's on the underlying energy of this card. Oh, see, the underlying energy is the Six of Air. What a wonderful, wonderful card. That means your troubles are over and things are really looking up. Thank God, things are starting to get better. Now, you may have that feeling that they're not quite getting better yet, but trust me, they are. Behind the scenes, everything's working out perfectly. Now, this is basically how you're feeling. It's like this card, another 7, right? This is a passionate card. This is a card that's saying, you know, you want to protect what you've built, what you've planted. You know, you've got to protect what you've done. You're going to stand your ground and you're going to really protect what you've, like sometimes this, when this card comes up, sometimes it's somebody at work taking credit for what you've done, or not giving you credit where credit is due. And when this card comes up, it's saying, listen, it's okay to stand up for yourself and to really protect what you've done and let people know that you've done it, but in a very diplomatic way. And also this card is saying, choose your battles, right? Don't get into it with a person that's trying to steal your ideas or you know, credit for your work. Don't get into it with them. Go above their head and just, you know, diplomatically let people know that you did it in a way that's not like, you know, I did that. It's got to be something like, so I was thinking, you can say to them, so I was thinking that when I did this, that we could possibly do that. What do you think? So it's letting them know that you did it in a very kind of innocuous way without, you know, being defensive. I did that. I need the credit. You know, so it's, this card is asking us to be diplomatic and to choose our battles. Don't, you know, don't get into an argument that you can avoid. Stand up when you know that you can win and be diplomatic. Now, we're coming from a place, right? The Four of Water. This is in our near past. So the basis of what's going on with you is this: stand your ground but choose your battles, right? Now this, when we pull this card, the Four of Water, it's an emotional card, right? And in this, it's funny, in this photo, or in this picture, the mermaid is looking at the 3 cups in the background, broken cups, and she's missing this beautiful, great big cup right in front of her. And this is always what I say to people. This is like you're kind of lamenting over the past. This could be, for some of you, this, I just want to reiterate, this is a general reading, so it will resonate with some of you, not all of you. This is lamenting about the past, and this is wanting something that you can't have. So this could be like, you know, trying to control the outcome of your work. Okay, so what I'm getting for some of you is that this is a relationship that some of you are in, and you're discontented with it, because what you're doing is you're comparing it to a relationship in the past, right? But what you're doing is you're romanticizing the past, and actually that relationship wasn't how you now think it was. So you're daydreaming and you're really romanticizing the past, I guess is the best way to put it. So when you pull this card, this is definitely emotional. So it's making you discontented with what's going on now, right? But really what you have is this beautiful big cup, but you're so busy focused on this relationship that didn't work out for one reason or another. You may have lost, they may have left you. This relationship probably, yes, this relationship ended. They ended the relationship. This is for some of you, definitely. So they ended the relationship, and you're thinking, you're not contented in the relationship you are right now because you're thinking that that other relationship was much better, when in actual fact what you have is this big beautiful shiny cup. And when we pull this card, it's saying, look, come into the present and start really being grateful for what you have. Start looking at your cup as half full, not half empty. Look at your relationship and start focusing on the positive aspects of that relationship. And don't compare it with a past relationship that didn't work. Guess what? It didn't work, did it? It didn't work. And you're with this person now, and you need to make the most of it, because if this relationship ends, trust me, you will be lamenting and romanticizing about this one now. So do it now. Romanticize about your relationship right now. And that's what this card is telling us for those of you in a relationship. For those of you, okay, yes, okay. So for those of you that are not in a relationship, this is a discontentment about okay. So if you want to get into a relationship, right, this is what I'm getting for some of you, for you single people out there, you single Scorpios, that you are busy, right, romanticizing a past relationship and asking the wrong question to yourself. You're asking, well, why can't I be in a relationship? And you're looking and seeing you're seeing that you're thinking the grass is greener on the other side. So you're looking at everybody else. Why can't I have that? Why? And in all honesty, right, we sometimes think that the grass is greener on the other side, but when we get there, we find out it's AstroTurf. So don't convince yourself that somebody else is doing better. And sometimes we have to let go of the past. Stop looking in the past. Listen, when you're driving, just keep going forward. When you're driving a car, you're not looking backwards, are you? No, you're looking forwards. You've got to go forward. You have to drop this that's in the past. And some of you know that you're in relationships that aren't working. Listen, I could go on forever with this card, but I need to drop it and go to the next card. But what I'm saying is, this is not looking at what you have right now. That's the basis of this card. So look for the little blessings and the magic in every moment, and you will be happy and contented, because lamenting about the past, I always say this to my clients, right? You're over here picking up the crumbs, and there's a great big piece of cake here. You know, people say, well, I can't help it. I have to have the crumbs. I can't put the crumbs. Put the bloody crumbs down and look over there. There's a huge piece of cake. Drop the crumbs, darling, and get the cake. That's all I'm getting a lot of messages for that, so I don't want to spend any more time on that. So now, at the crown, we have the Three of Air, which really kind of goes with this, right? This is, when we pull this, first of all, when we pull this card, it's a deep sadness, and I'm talking inner deep sadness that may not show outside a lot of the time, but there is a deep sadness, a deep loss that you feel. And I think this came up for you last week. Scorpios, I think I remember this coming up for you last week. You're being reminded to let this go, but what you need to do, right, in order to let this go is I always say go where it's warm. Connect with your family, connect with your friends, and share about this deep loss that you're feeling, because it's coming back to you. Obviously it's in this week as well as last week. So what I'm this discontentment, this deep sadness within, a sense of loss. It can be a sense of loss. Now, for some of you, it can be a loss of a job. It can be you're at a loss and you're kind of discontented with life as a whole, and you've kind of lost your purpose. And that's what I'm getting for some of you. But I'm telling you, listen, I know it's hard sometimes when you're in this place, when you're in this deep sadness, that sometimes nobody else around you is kind of aware that you're feeling this sense of, some of you, it's like a lost soul. You're just, what do I want to say? The spring in your step is gone, and you're kind of disillusioned with your life right now. But that can change in an instant, Scorpio, and you have the power to change that. So share this with a trusted friend. Share your pain with a trusted friend. Bring it into the light so that it can shrivel and die, okay? You want to bring that out to people who love you and who care about you and will understand what you're feeling, so then you can finally let that grief, it's almost like a deep grief that I'm feeling, and it could be, for some of you, it's a grief of a lost life that you think that you should have had and you're not having. But I'm telling you, you have the best possible life right now. Start looking at the magic in your life, Scorpio, and I'm telling you, when you look for the magic in each moment and you're grateful for every little thing, guess what? You're a magnet for magical things and more things to be grateful for. That is the law of the universe, the law of attraction. Whatever you focus on expands. Don't focus and lament about the past. Come into the present and really feel the magic of this moment. That's all we have. We only have this moment. This is enlightenment. This moment is eternity, right? Spend it with me. Okay, so now look, I'm telling you, look, your underlying energy for the whole reading is the Six of Air. Things are looking up, darling. And guess what? Right in the future, the Ace of Fire, a wonderful, new, exciting opportunity, right? Look for the opportunities in life and you will see them, and they're abundant. This is an abundant card. Look at all that gold and magic, and I mean, it's gorgeous. This is like, you're going to see an opportunity, and this is telling you, take it. Change your life now, Scorpio. Change your perception of your life. Look at it differently. Come from another perspective. Do a 360, or a 180, whatever it is. Do that, because things are really looking up for you. You just have to know that in your heart, You don't have to be here. This is in your crown. This is in your head. Do you understand? It's not reality. It's not really what's going on. This is an illusion. So come down to earth. Look around you and look at every single person in your life and every moment, and really start to feel the gratitude, and you're going to pull yourself out of that. And guess what? This wonderful new opportunity to change your whole life now, Scorpio. Okay? Don't forget, things are really looking up. All right, well, I hope you like this video. Give me a big thumbs up. Share, comment, and like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. For private reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.